We're at New Brighton, 13th Street, 5th Avenue, and we are one of the few manufacturers that still hand make a lot of our chocolates. We don't change anything just because that's what got us to where we're at today, 103 years of business. You have to temper chocolate. Candy companies, you have a compound chocolate, which you can just melt. That would be like the Nestle morsels, where you just melt it and then people dip it. Well, ours is actual chocolate, so it has to be tempered. So we take 115, 120 degrees, we cool it down to about like 80, and then we bring it back up to around 86, 87, and to work with. They cool it on a marble. They'll temper it down, then they'll dip the pieces, like let's say it's a buttercream, then they deposit it into a cup, and then they write the letter on top. I don't sit and eat candy all day. There's a lot of aspects. I mean, you learn, we do like art for our boxes. We do, you're doing like IT stuff for the computers. You're doing photography. You're always learning something new. We do a lot of stuff in-house, and I think if anyone came down here and knew what we did, they would say, like, holy cow. I just love hearing stories of how people made this a tradition, and every year that they get a box of candy, or just how it means personally to them. When I was real little, I mean, you don't know that everybody else's parents don't do this. You don't realize, you come down here. I would come here in the mornings, help my dad put on a kettle, and then when other employees got here, then he would either take them up to school or would go get breakfast and go up to school. So you don't say, wow, this is awesome. I'm lucky to be a kid in the candy store. But then as you grow older, you realize, like, hey, this is like an amazing experience and stuff. The logo's kind of evolved over the years. Our last one probably was in the 90s, the redesign of it. So we had the castle. We used to have a lady like in the castle, and then there's roses. So that's kind of where you get the Rosalind from. But everyone calls it Rosalind. Even when I answer the phone, I'm like, hello, Rosalind Candy. They're like, is this Rosalind's? And I'm like, yes, it is. So I think I'm the only one that's like still says it that way, but that's just because I'm used to saying that way. But I think even my dad says Rosalind's anymore, but it doesn't matter. As long as they want good chocolate, they can come here.